Hey, what's up, Professor Wergeles? We just finished number 2 cookie. We're going to come back to user authentication, and we're going to look at the third directory. It's called number 3 cookie cache. So in this lecture series, what we want to do is we want to use HTTPS, and we want to prevent the browser from caching our page. There's so many times developers will be developing and they'll change some code. They'll literally take out all the CSS, they'll refresh the page, and the CSS will still be applied. And they'll say, what's going on? Or they'll have a picture, they remove the picture, exchange it with a different one. They refresh the browser and it's still the old picture. And it just drives them crazy. They don't know what's going on. Well, most likely Chrome has cached your page. So you can either hard reset or go to incognito mode, or you can have code that prevents the browser from caching your page, which makes it more secure, especially if you don't want the browser to cache username and passwords. So we'll see how we can do that. First, we're going to be using HTTPS. So we need to make sure we install HTTPS on the server. For this, I need to open up an SSH command line. So I'll come to my EC2 management console. I'll copy this SSH command so that I can SSH into the server. If you're on Mac, you can use this. If you're on Windows using Git Bash, you can also use this. I have 2 previous videos that helps you connect to your server via SSH on Windows and Mac. If you're using PuTTY, I also have a video to help you connect to your server. So I'll copy this command, come to my terminal. Okay, we don't have one open, so on Mac I can click Command Shift and Spotlight, type in terminal. It'll open up terminal for me. If you don't remember your key pair file, it's right here. This is what we've named it. So I need to look for 2830 key pair. Well, I know where that is. So I'm going to do CD, change directory, to where that key pair is. Most likely it's in your downloads. For me, I made a 2830 directory and put my key pair right inside the directory for 2830. And now I'm logged in to my EC2 instance. Once you see the EC2 logo, you know you're on your EC2, as well as looking at the user here. It used to say MacBook Pro, now it says EC2 user at a certain IP. So first, we need to install SSH. Before I do that, I need to make sure my server is running. So I'll do a sudo service httpd, which is calling Apache. I'm going to check the status. So you see it's running. If it's running, I can install SSL. SSL is secure socket layer, and I'm going to make sure that I can use HTTPS. So I'm going to do a sudo yum install. -y means say yes for all the prompts. And I'm going to install mod24_SSL. This is SSL for the Linux Apache. So I'll click enter. And I've already installed it, but you're going to see it run a few commands and go ahead and install. Once you finish installing it, make sure you restart your server. Okay, you should get the double OKs. As soon as I install SSL, I can come back to my EC2 management console, go to my public DNS. Right now, you'll see it says not secure. If I type HTTPS at the beginning, you'll see it says not secure, but it's in fact using HTTPS protocol. Okay, if you're not able to pull the default landing page using HTTPS, make sure you have port 443 open on your server. If I come back to the EC2 management console and go to my security groups and view the inbound rules, you'll see we opened up port 443. This is the default port for HTTPS. If you don't have that port, click on the launch wizard here, click on actions, edit inbound rules, and add HTTPS right here. You'll see it defaults to 443. Click on save, and then come back to your management console and go ahead and reboot the server to make sure that change takes effect. Why does this not say secure even though it's using HTTPS? Well, this is why. You'll see the certificate's invalid. The certificate is the generic certificate. The browser sees it's the generic certificate and it hasn't been authorized by a certificate authority, okay, like Google or Microsoft. If I want to authorize your certificate, it's going to cost a yearly fee. Well, for the class, we don't need to pay for the fee. We just want to make sure we're using HTTPS. To pay for the fee is maybe $20 a year, but at the same time, if this is not a production site, you don't have to worry about it saying secure. As developers, we know it's using HTTPS just with the default key. Okay, after we have installed HTTPS and SSL, we'll look at the code and how we can ensure they're using HTTPS by programming an HTTPS redirect. So continue to the next video.